back to Random Doctor Talks, where we talk about all things medicine and all things life. I'm Dr. Hope, and today we'll be talking about things I thought I would do as an adult. And this has a backstory, just because there were guests who were supposed to have come today, but life happened. So I was like, let me talk about these things, and yeah, we'll see where it goes. Okay, so before we start, I have a disclaimer. Am I the only person who thought as a child I would never grow up? Like, I thought I'd be a child like for life, and I thought adults were born as adults. Can you imagine that? And you see myself, here I am now. So the first point is, as an adult, I thought I would see my friends 24/7. Like, anytime I want, anytime they're there, I will see them. But life humbles you. As an adult, there's something called a calendar. Your calendar is booked. Like, now, I know what I'm doing in March. I know how many weekends I have free in April. I think there's only one left. And you just tell your friends, by the way, we might just have to see each other once in 3 months, and you accept that. You accept that it's adulting and people have responsibilities, and we move on. But we still chat. Sindio? Okay. So that's the first point. The second point is, I thought I'd be living life in Grey's Anatomy. Like, you know, the way the doctor scene in Grey's Anatomy is. Like, you need something now, it's done. Attending, no matter who, consultant. I thought that would be my life. When I went for internship to a proper hospital setup, it was far from that. So that's another thing that I had to be snapped back into reality, that it's just TV, it's acting, and things don't happen like that. Then the third thing is, I thought I would eat a balanced diet 3 times a day. Let me tell you, even eating 1 meal a day as an adult can be a struggle. You're either too tired. If you live alone, Kwanzaa, certain meal combos just become a thing. Like, for me, when I lived alone, I think the thing I ate the most was like pastries, bread, yogurt, and bananas. Oh, and eggs become your best friends, by the way. Easy meals. So, I mean, as long as we are surviving. But no, we advocate for healthy living, so a balanced diet. But you know, all you can do is try. Try your best. I feel like if you've eaten 1 balanced diet in a day, you've tried. Then the fourth thing is, I thought every weekend would be sherehe. Shock on me. These days, by the way, the only thing I want to spend my time doing is sleeping. If I have any spare time, any free time anywhere, I'm in bed. I don't want to leave my house. I just want to sleep just because I'm so tired. It's like you're constantly tired. You wake up tired, go to bed tired, the whole day tired. I don't know if the tired ever ends, but me, I thought sherehe would be like an everyday thing. Even these days, if you're out of the house, let's say Friday evening, there's no way you can do Saturday again. Me, by the way, it's 1 day of the weekend, and the weekend has 3 days: Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we just pick one. Otherwise, the rest, I need to be seated somewhere or sleeping somewhere. Then another one, I thought I would be reading more, like books, novels. Just a disclaimer, my whole life I've never been a reader per se. I can read like for school, like if I need to read to pass an exam, I can read comfortably. But if you're telling me to read a novel, I think the only novels I've read in my life are Goosebumps here and there, and then there's the Twilight Saga, which, please, I need back my time. I need those brain cells that read that book back because it was not worth it. Then I think another Divergent series, those are like the things I've read. I struggle reading, and I used to tell myself that when I finish school or when I start working, when I have more time, that I'll be reading just to increase or rather improve my vocabulary. My brain said, by the way, we're at capacity. It said we can't go on, and we just accept. So please, you people who like using hard words when there's an alternative to use a simpler word, do better, please. Okay? Do better. Then another thing I thought I would be doing as an adult is being a serious person. Sometimes I just think of myself and I'm just not a serious person. I thought like, I'd just be proper. Then I look at my concentration span, it's dwindled. Like, I think, the people say a warthog has like a it's 6 seconds or 3 seconds concentration span. Sometimes I feel like that's me. I just can't concentrate for even 5 minutes, of which I was able to do like in school. But now it's just so hard. And then another thing is, this one, my friends just know this. I laugh in inappropriate situations. Let me tell you, if you fall in front of me, by the way, I'm laughing. And it's not because I'm laughing from a bad place, but it's just because like the laughter just comes out. I laugh at the most inopportune moments. And it just makes me look like a very unserious person. And then also, you know, the way like as a child, I used to think adults are big, like they're a certain size, you know? And then there comes me. I feel like I'm just so small. Like everywhere I go, I just look like an adult in a child's body. But anyway, we move regardless. Then the other thing is I thought I would be organized. Guys, let me tell you, if there's someone who is comfortable in their own disorganization, it's me. I have an organized, disorganized system. So it's not that I don't know what's happening or where my things are. You might see clutter, but I know where everything is and I know what's supposed to be done. But when I just compare myself to other people, they're just so organized. Actually, your calendar, your timetable, Mara, you have a schedule, you journal, you have a daily planner. I'm like, me, by the way, if I write down, by the way, it's a lack. But I always have this thing that, you know, when you're in school and the lecturer is talking and you're like, I'll remember those things. Sometimes I remember, but of course, the other times you're just like, what did he say again? And that time you've come from a meeting and you need to put like action points down and you're like, what did we talk about again? But anyway, I'm learning, I'm doing better. At least now I have a calendar, by the way. Like if you want to plan something, I'll be like, let me check my calendar. So I'm getting there slowly. But I like my own disorganization. Then another thing is, I thought I'd watch the news. Yeah, that's not true. I never watched the news as a child because my mom didn't watch the news. As an adult, I still don't watch the news. And I thought that would change, but it wouldn't. So where do we get our news from? Twitter. Where do we get our news from? Instagram, YouTube. I mean, news is news. So please, those of you who watch news, good for you. The rest of us can gather our news from social media. It's not just for fun. Yeah. Yes, ma'am and dad. Then something else is I thought I would have things to watch. You guys, let me tell you, when I was in uni, especially like past year, second year there, I used to spend the night a week watching series. Like I knew on Thursdays, I could name my Thursday series. It was Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, there was Grey's Anatomy, there was Vampire Diaries. Like Thursday was a really jam-packed day for watching things. And I'd go to school the next day having not slept just because I had to catch up on the latest episode. These days, I feel like the only things I watch, I just watch two things. And I have, you know, we have access now to all this Hulu, Netflix, Disney, whatever. But I just can't seem to find anything to watch. I don't know if it's just me, or if like the shows have just not been as interesting as they were before. Maybe you guys can let me know. Because these days I'm just comfortable watching one or two things and then like back to YouTube. Like I find myself scrolling on Netflix. I'm like, what exactly can I watch here? And I just watch the same thing. Or I'm a rewatcher, by the way. I rewatch things I've watched before. Like the OC. I think I've watched the OC 5 times. Like for real, 5 times. And movies like old movies, you know, movies for like 2001 until like 2010. I think I can watch the same movie over and over and over. Like I've never watched it before and still get the same reaction. But things these days, I can't watch them over and over again. But anyway, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Then something else I thought I'd be doing is waking up early. That's a lie. I think I've just decided I'm not a morning person. I can't wake up early. I try to wake up early to exercise, but where? It is so hard. And people who go to the gym in the morning, how? Please, how? How are you there at 5? How are you there at 6 a.m.? The only day I've settled for is Saturday, and it's just a one-off. We go, we walk, we run, we do whatever, and then you go back. You don't even go back and sleep. But then actually you're going to the gym in the morning, and then from the gym you're going to work. Guys, how are we doing it? My body is built differently. Me, I'm not understanding, imagine. I think I prefer to do it in the evening, like before I get home, do some exercise, and then go shower, as opposed to the morning. The morning, I am waking up at 8:58, and I need to be wherever I am at 9:50. That is me. That's enough time. Don't worry, everything will be done. I will show up clean, neat, tidy, and ready to have a full day. Yes, but I will not go to the gym in the morning. If you do, well and good. Then something else I thought I would be doing was protective styling. Well, not protective styling per se. Let me say braiding my hair as often. Hey, guys, I'm that person. I've reached a point where I want to have something permanent, something long term. Like if I'm braiding these things, what's the maximum they can stay on my head? That's why I can't do cornrows. They look lovely. CG Fulani braids. Oh my gosh, those things look so nice. But I can't even imagine sitting down for 3 hours plus to have those things off my head in 3 3 weeks. Guys, 3 weeks. Apana. I need a minimum of 2 months. A minimum of, let me not say 2 months, a minimum of 6 weeks. So things like temporary locks, perfect for me. Things like knotless braids, I will push until 2 months. And then I also didn't think I'd be the type of person who like prefers to like weave your hair or like wear a wig. But now when I think about it, I can see myself heading in that direction just because of the long-term effect of that hair. Because we're not waking up every day to start manipulating this hair and things like that. We have places to be, we have things to do, and we have sleep to sleep. Then something else, I thought, I didn't start driving like 10 years ago. I started recently, I think like 2 years ago. I thought I would be a confident driver. I'm not saying I'm not confident, but there's just places where, I'm just like, be careful, be cautious, like junctions. You know, the way we used to play Kati, there you're like, okay, fine, 1, 2, let's go now. That's me at a junction, by the way. I'm normally over-analyzing the situation. I'm like, okay, fine, that car looks like in 3.5 seconds, it'll be here. If I go now, tutagongana. This one won't end, it'll end in tears, So I'm normally just like, okay, fine, let that car pass. Okay, there's a bike, let the bike pass. Okay, there's a person, let the person pass. And so the people behind me are like hooting. I'm like, go around, please. Go around and don't spoil my day. Because me, I'm being a cautious driver here. So, yeah, I wait. And then when it's clear is when I enter the junction. If I see a cop, Kwanza, even perfect, they stop the traffic stop, go. Kwanza, Kenyatta, there's a junction over there at Kenyatta. And there's also a junction where, Prestige. Those two places, hey, N junction. Ooh, Kwanza the one for junction. Kenyans are lawless. That's what I've realized. Lawless. Whatever you learned in driving school, throw it outside. Once you get the car and your driving license, throw that information outside the window because you'll never follow it. No one around you is following it, so I don't know how you will be following it. So just throw it outside the window and we move on. Okay. Then another thing I thought I'd be doing is brand loyalty. You know that you're just here like, okay, fine. I normally buy, what can I use? Let me use toothpaste. I normally buy Sensodyne or like Colgate toothpaste. I assumed that that's the toothpaste I'll be using throughout. But then what happened? Inflation has shown me dust. Hey? Cost of living has shown me there's nothing like loyalty to a brand. Because I remember the other day someone was asking, like, okay, what toothpaste do you use? And you know, like, there's how to check if your toothpaste is, should I say effective, or if it's the best toothpaste to use. There's like a tag at the base of the toothpaste that's black, blue, or red. So I think depending on the colors, it indicates if it's a good toothpaste to use or not a good toothpaste to use. So it was like, me, I use. Guys, please, no judgment. Even Pepsodent, I will use it. Why? Because it comes as a value pack. You buy one and there's another one there. And then someone was like, have you checked the color tagging thing it has at the bottom? I was like, I didn't know that's a thing, but for my pocket, it's doing the thing. So brand loyalty, please, we cannot afford it at this point. Buy what works for you. Even tissue paper. Have you seen the prices of tissue paper? It's ridiculous. Pick what works for you and move on. Brand loyalty, when you're able to afford it, when you're able to maintain that, do that. But as of now, for certain things, please, we are trying to survive, and that's what we're going to continue doing, surviving. Then I think I have 2 more things. The other one is I thought I'd have an entire perfume collection. You know, the people's bathrooms have 10 perfumes, Kina Angel lately, and I'm like, wow. I thought that would be me until I looked at the pricing of perfumes. And by then I'm a frugal person, just know that. Hey, I was like, gosh. But anyway, at least we're getting there. I can say I have like 2, 3 here, and I plan to expand, but Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time. And I look at Paul's perfume collections and I'm like, guys, yani, we're dropping that amount of money for that kachupa, for that bottle of perfume. Please, Lord, when I grow up, that will be me. Then the last one, and this one even, I don't think anyone who knew me as a child saw this happening. I do not think I can ever live outside Nairobi. Hey, growing up, the outside Nairobi I was thinking about is Maisha London, Maisha Canada, the US, Australia. You know the vibes. I mean, come on. But Ministry of Health said otherwise. They said tutenda Karatina. And I was like, oh, well, okay. I mean, let's just go and try it. And it wasn't bad. It was a different experience. It's just nice to see what other people prioritize. You find that life in Nairobi is so fast, but life out there it's a bit slower, and people's priorities are different. It's a different experience. You learn so much about yourself. I didn't know I could live alone in a different place that has like language barrier. And I mean, I survived. It was good for the time I was there, and I made it out alive. So please, guys, anything is possible. And I advise, if you have the opportunity to live outside where you've grown up, I mean, do it. You learn something new. You'll find that you enjoy doing things that you didn't think you enjoyed. And it's just a nice experience. So yeah, I just thought that I'd talk about some things that I thought I would be doing as an adult, but life chose otherwise. And if you have other things, please add them in the comment section, because life humbles you. And yes, so guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, to comment, to share, to subscribe, and watch our other videos. Bye bye.